All right. Hey guys, my name is Katie. Obviously, hello. We are going to be doing a newbie training answering. This is like a lot of question and answers that you guys have submitted. If you have any additional questions throughout this, post it in the chat thing on the side, and we will get to it after, or kind of like as we go, so I don't forget to answer it. Yes, I am going to record this because I know some people, we have work night shift and different kind of lifestyles, and I know on the West Coast, it's really early over there, so I try to kind of balance out the times just to kind of be fair on both sides. So sometimes they're earlier, like 9 o'clock, sometimes they're later, like 10 or 11. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with Zelly's question about auto ships. All right, so auto shipments, you can turn them off after you get your 4 customers. I want you to wait till 4 right now so you can get your shopping spree. Really, one of my girls actually, and Brandy, I don't know if you know this either, but when you get your 4 customers, it has to equal 150 in volume. One of my girls got it, and just by chance, it was like a couple points of volume away, but her auto shipment was off, so she had to get another customer before she could get her shopping spree. So just make sure, whenever you enroll somebody, you make sure you tell them, keep that auto shipment on until they have 4 customers and they submit their shopping spree, and then you can turn it off. But do not turn it off until you get your first 4 loyal customers. And honestly, after this, I know I talked about this the other day in my video, but if you can auto ship something, do it. Because I know in the beginning, Brittany and I were both broker than broke. And we made sure that we found a way to try one thing a month at a minimum until we were able to afford the full ADBV, just because it is so important to try the products and be a product of the product. Guys, I know what it's like to be broke, like I said, but if you absolutely cannot, like you absolutely have like $0 to your name, I understand that, and that's okay. But if you can try a product a month or 2 products a month, it's really important that you do, because people will see your results. One of our top customer enrollers actually is losing a lot of weight with our products, and she was one of the people on our team with the top, like the highest personal volume, with over 2,000 personally enrolled volume in a month, because she is using the products and sharing her results. So I absolutely love that about her. Every single time that I take another bottle of hair, skin, and nails, I'll post a before and after picture, things like that, or the greens, the hair, skin, and nails, defining gel wraps, the systems, or the cleanse, ThermoFit, things like that. Do the fat fighters, you can do a demo with that. Those things are really important to try up at the beginning. But like I said, if it's absolutely something where you just cannot do it, then don't freak yourself out. You can still be successful in this without doing it up front. But eventually, guys, people want to see your results. So make sure you're putting that aside so you can try a product at a time. And you guys get 4 wraps in your kit, so wrap yourself. I hope that answered your auto ship question. Now I'm going to move on to these. All right, Brittany, wording for posts so they don't sound like every other distributor. How would you word your posts?
So I love that you brought this up, because I forgot I wanted to go over this. So for a lot of people, I've been seeing that a lot of people have a lot of the similar same wording and stuff like that. And that's understandable, or I understand that. I understand that because you're new and you definitely want to do it the right way. But at the same time, be creative, because what if, say one person has 3 rap girls on their Facebook and all 3 of them are posting basically the same thing with slightly different wording? How is that person going to judge the company? They're going to see it as, oh, people are just posting things. It's not genuine. So I always try to just write my own posts. So I kind of look at somebody else's, like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and write that out myself. But I really just try to incorporate me, my kids, my family, my pregnancy, my everything about me into the post. So for instance, Katie's really good at doing things the Katie way. Like, she doesn't really copy and paste. Like, if you see a post by Katie, it seems like a post by Katie. You know what I mean? You don't want to turn into this it works salesperson. So make sure your posts don't have a lot of emojis. You can use emojis, but don't use too many. Make sure there's no bullet points. Make sure you're not listing things off. Make sure that you're not using bottle pictures. The best way to really just make people feel like they can trust you is it include you in those photos. So post your before and after pictures, and just talk about how you feel. And that's the main way that I really find that I send customers a lot easier, is when I talk about how I feel or how somebody feels, not so much what the product does. So for instance, I can talk about, oh my God, I have been drowning myself in stretch mark cream lately. I just feel so much better knowing that, my stretch marks won't be there, and I'm going to feel confident after having this baby. I just love our stretch mark cream and can't get enough of it. That is so much better than listing off who wants to get rid of their stretch marks. Comment below me. I have 2 spots left for a 90-day challenge. And if you're looking to get rid of those tiger marks, then, try our cream. Like, you know what I mean? So even if you haven't used the products, talk about how excited you are for maybe somebody else's results. And we have a whole entire before and after album page in the team page that you guys can go use. So if you go to the team page, go to info, go to photos and albums, and then you'll see the whole entire before and after album there. You could just simply say, oh my God, I'm so happy for this girl's results after using the wraps. I bet you she feels so good about her body right now. Or, oh my God, look at her hair. I cannot wait to try her hair, skin, and nails after I cut my hair last summer. I completely regret it, and it just has not been growing. I just cannot wait to get it past my shoulders again. Like, incorporate you into these posts. And like I said, a lot of people are like, well, I haven't tried the products, I can't post about it. Like, yes, you can. I didn't try any products, and I was selling the products before I had even tried them, because I was so excited to try them. And I was like, there can't be this many before and after pictures if it did not work. So then, because I was so excited about it, I was selling it. I was telling everyone how excited I was to try it. I sold it and I got my paycheck. I put that right back, some of it, into trying something else, built my own testimony, and it just made it so much easier. And it also helps when you're talking to people too, and you're talking to them about the product. You don't have to list off, oh, the ThermoFit is gonna boost your metabolism. It's going to cut back on your hunger, and it's going to do this. Like, I'm going to say instead, when I take ThermoFit, I feel so much fuller throughout the day. I feel so energized, and I don't crash, and I just, like, seriously want to get up and run around the house, and I feel so good. Like, it's going to help you cut down on eating so much. Like, that is so much better. So build your testimony, have those pictures, but also just think, how can I incorporate my kids into a greens post? How can I talk about the shake? To just taking a picture, drinking the shake, saying, the It Works shake is my lunch today. What are you guys eating for lunch today? Just something like that. As simple as that. That doesn't look like some other distributor posted it. It just is you talking about your day, and that's what people want to see, is you, and a lot of you in your post, not just about the products, but other things like your family, your friends, your your maybe a craft you did with your kid. Like, incorporate yourself in your photos, because it's just like when you see person like belly to belly in front of you, you trust that person after having a conversation with them. As you guys are adding tons of new people, they need to see you using the products, you in the pictures, and they're going to trust you because they see you a lot. They get a feel for you. And that's why you really want to make a feel of who you are and your personality, whether you're humorous, sarcastic, really bubbly all the time. Let that come off through what you're saying in all your posts, and be creative and don't copy.
Yeah. And guys, something that, like, I know Brittany said, like, it's a Katie post, but really, guys, I have a big following, and it's really because I am myself 100% of the time. Like, yeah. I just show people how I am, and people love my genuineness. I know that's probably not a word, but how genuine.
Our grammar tonight is so messed up, dude. Like, it's so bad. Before this, we were on another Zoom, and I said the stupidest word. I don't even know what it said.
Yeah, it's just we're a little bit busy, so our brains are kind of exploding. But
I can blame it on the pregnancy. You can't.
I'm not pregnant, but I can blame it on busyness. So I've been busy, so my brain's not working the way it should be. But the way how I am genuine with my posts, and how I'm just, like, so real, and I like to show people, I like to be real. I have a very red personality. If you haven't taken that personality test, I know I posted it in the newbie page. I can post it in our regular page too, for the people who have been in it for a while. You need to know your color personality, so you know how you lead. I am a red 150%. I am always the one who is going to give you the tough love to the point, and how I'll tell you how to do it. I'm working on a little bit more, I guess, of my yellow side, but really, guys, I'm 100% red. So I like to just get to the point, but people like that about me. They like like on my post, they like that I'm a no excuses attitude. I know what I want and I go get it. So people like that, and they'll like whatever you have to offer too. You just have to let it show, let it shine on your post, show people how excited you are, why you joined this business. Why are you excited to try the wraps? Why are you excited to try the greens? And when you just make it a genuine post and not copy from Jade Hooper or any other ambassador, that shows them that you are so real and that you make mistakes and you're like a real person and not a robot and not a salesman. And you have to think of it like this, okay? This is the difference between a salesman and somebody that people are going to buy from and people who aren't going to buy from. So you go to the mall, you're walking down the mall and you like see those little people in the aisle and you're like, oh, hell no, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. And you're like running away from them and they're like, hey, ma'am, your hair looks so good. Let's try this. Ma'am, your hair looks good. Ma'am, your hair looks good. And you're like, please stop talking. And you just run past them, right? Come counter that, go into a store like Express or Forever 21, not Forever 21, they don't ever help you there. Like maybe Wet Seal or Rue 21 or something. And they're just people there like, oh, what are you looking for? And you kind of like tell them and they're like, oh, well, we have this, and they pick it out for you. Like, this would look so good on you. And you're like, oh yeah, I would. Then you go try it on. You're like, yes. And they're like, yes, that looks great on you. That person just made you buy that. Maybe you didn't even intend to buy a dress, but she's like, you need to try this. So you try it anyways and you buy it because the girl just said it would look good, but she's being so genuine about it. And that girl I don't even think they make commissions off of it, but she's just genuinely helping you. That's the difference between somebody who's throwing like, buy this, be my product model, be my product sister, do this, versus this would look amazing on you. This would make you feel so good. It makes me feel good. This is going to make you feel good. That kind of a feel. You want to change your approach to sharing, not so much like pushy selly, if that makes sense. All right. So next question. Let me make sure.
Can I just, Michaela just said, I feel like everyone in my area is now selling at Works and nobody wants to deal with it or anything to do with it. You guys, just because there's like a couple people on your page does not mean everybody does it. Okay, I promise you. Guess what? I was driving from North Carolina to Florida in the car for 10 hours, and I looked around me and I said, wow, look at all these houses. We've probably passed hundreds of thousands of houses and developments. Guess what? There's probably not a lot of It Works distributors right there. But because it's something that you look out for, it's something that you see it more, you notice it more. You're now posting on Facebook about It Works. And even like people I haven't talked to in forever. One girl joined It Works and I saw it at the top of my timeline because Facebook recognized we were posting similar things. So it threw it up there. So I saw it more. I promise you guys, there is not everybody selling it. We're in 20 different countries. You can easily go talk to somebody in Australia and they'll say, what? What is It Works? Even people in the US, what is It Works? I mean, literally, I had a conversation with a young couple at a restaurant in Florida where our corporate office is, and they've never heard of It Works before. There are so many people out there that don't know what it is. So just because it's becoming a little more popular and you're seeing it more now, there's so many people out there. Think of all the houses in your area and how many people in that area actually sell It Works. Not enough to cover every house.
Let me tell you, fun fact, okay, guys? So I'm a triple diamond, and I live in a town with 8,000 people. I live in the middle of nowhere where it's like cows and like grass and farm, okay? And so I go to the grocery store every week, and I mean, I just talked to my neighbor too the other day. There's a double diamond in this town, okay? A double diamond and a triple diamond in a town of 8,000. And nobody I talk to when I go out knows what it is. I actually talked to my neighbor whose wife is a teacher, and I told them what I did, and they said, it works. Like, what is It Works? Like, is there the name? And I'm like, yeah, that's the name. His wife is a teacher who obviously teachers know everybody, and everybody knows everybody in this little city that I'm in. And every time I go to the grocery store, what works? I always wear my clothes. What works? I get to talk to them about it, and nobody knows. And there's a double diamond that lives somewhere in this town with me. So I never.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Where was that we discovered that somebody was from Lancaster? Was that at Green Carpet?
No, that was at a One Team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and I literally looked.
Yeah, we looked at each other like, what?
Yeah, like somebody else in my like what? Yeah, weird, right? So nobody knows, and I looked up to how many people live in my town because everybody kept saying that. I was like, guys, like I'm not kidding you, like it's nobody's out here, and nobody knows what it is. I talked to them every single, every time I go out, I'm talking to them. I'm wearing my clothes. I'm telling people about it because they want to know, why are you out here every single, like, why do I always see you at the grocery store on a Monday afternoon? Like, what, you don't work? Like they'll see Zach was at GameStop on a Friday afternoon. Like, he doesn't work. So what are you doing? Zach's blitzing people. So nobody knows what it is. You guys have to just take advantage of that. And don't let anybody tell you that it is saturated, because it's not. I talked to one of the girls that did the green machine with me at Green Carpet. I got to talking to her. She's from Canada. She went diamond in 2 months, and she said nobody in Canada, like, it's just like nobody knows anywhere. So it's like, guys, like, the market, huge. It's all up to you what you do with it, really. And
that's why you gotta grow outside your circle.
Yeah.
Why not add 500 people in Australia? Why not? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, everyone I had said something about it too. They have no idea what they are or what we are. So yeah, guys, it's not saturated at all. You just have to open your mouth, tell people about it, and they're going to, like, people just, they have no idea. And like, it works, like, to them, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, for a name, they don't understand that that's a company. So a lot of times you're going to get what works if you're wearing the clothes. And that gives you the perfect opportunity to be like, let me just add you on Facebook real quick. And then be like, I'm going to connect with you in a little bit. I always use Cami as an excuse. So I'm like, let me just get, she's being good right now, but let me just get you on Facebook and I'll explain it to you a little bit more later. Give them a brief description. I don't want her to like start flipping out. So let me just message you on Facebook in a little bit. And they're like, okay, yeah, totally understand. And then I get to talk to them on Facebook later. So, no, don't get a new Facebook.
It's so important, you guys, to grow your network while you're out in public too. We can do a Zoom on that, but you don't have to be just social media. Get out there and talk to people. Wear your shirt. And when you're checking out at the grocery store, I'm challenging every single one of y'all. Next time you go to Walmart or next time you go to Teeter, whatever you got, and you're buying groceries for the week, tell the cashier as you're talking to them, go out of your way to ask them, so how do you like working here? How has your day been? And you know what? At the end of that, say, you have been so sweet. I just have to give you one of the coupons I have for my business. Have you ever heard of this before? Hand them the card. If they say yes, awesome. If they say no, perfect opportunity to say no way. Well, let me text you my before and after picture. If you or anyone you know who's interested, my info's on that card. Get their number, send them your before and after picture. Did that one time while walking into a tanning salon. She texted me and she said, are you out of that tanning salon yet? And I said, yep. She said, can I meet you downstairs? I want to wrap. And that's just because I was wearing my shirt. She stopped me and said, do those really work? So you guys, get out there and talk to people. You could be making wrap cash every single time you go grocery shopping.
Lauren asked if she needs a new Facebook. The answer is no. You do not want to make a new account. Do you want to go into that, or do you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So the reason that you don't want to make a new Facebook is because right now you have credibility on your Facebook. It shows that you're a real person, that you like have real friends that you know in real life, like family, all that kind of stuff. You look like a real person. If you make a new Facebook, it's going to take you forever to find people to add and people that are actually going to add you back, because they're like, okay, new profile. Like, I know for me, if I get a friend request from somebody who has like no friends, I don't care if they look like they're from Arab or whatever, or if they look like they're from the United States. I don't care. I don't add anybody that has just started their Facebook. Like, you're way behind if you just started one. So, and a lot of people are really weary about that. So starting it from the one that you have right now is good. Guys, and it's really all about, if you're adding somebody, I can look at your profile and tell you if I'm going to add you or not. So if I look at your stuff and you look real, like a normal person with like a normal profile, you have more than one profile picture, you have kids, whatever, I can tell if you're normal or not. So I just go from that and then I add them. So it's always moms that I'm adding. I don't add like random like people that I say, if I was a manager of a bank and they walked in there wearing what they were wearing in their profile picture, if I wouldn't hire them based on that, I don't add them on my Facebook. I know, Asia, I've been getting a lot of those little Arab friend requests. That was just why I threw that in there, but they're creepy men. I don't know what's going on with that, but I never add anybody with no friends. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, don't do people you may know, guys. Don't do that.
I don't do that either. Okay, so biggest issue is a pyramid scheme.
I never get that.
I don't either. It might be because she's new though. Because if you're new, you need to explain this to people. Pyramid schemes are when you sell ideas. Some people are being rude when they say it, but some people genuinely have no idea. Like
they're just looking out for you.
Yeah, they're just looking out to see, like, to make sure that you're not getting involved with something bad. So tell them that a pyramid scheme is something that sells ideas, not products. So like, you know how we have to have the 150 in sales or run an ADBV auto ship? That is government regulated, meaning that we have to have that in order to have products going out and products coming in. That is a business, not a pyramid scheme. If you think about it, pyramids are the same. They're everywhere. So like, yes, we have people at the top that make more money at the bottom. But think about it like this. You have a CEO, you have managers or general managers, employees, janitors. Like, you know what? Like, it's all a pyramid. Somebody always makes more money than somebody else. Anywhere you go, whether it's corporate America, network marketing, whatever.
And that janitor's never going to be making as much as that CEO. And you guys all have the opportunity to make as much as me and Katie do, and people above us.
Yes.
That's what's really cool.
And the cool thing is, you can pass me. So you right now sitting there, you could go triple diamond or presidential diamond, this month, and there's nothing stopping you besides you. You can do that, and you can outrank me at any time. So I actually outranked my upline. So you can outrank anybody in this business. It's no, like, there is no, but in corporate America, if you're a janitor, you're a janitor. You're not going to be the CEO. It's never. You probably won't ever get a promotion either. So
the best way to say, actually, it's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes don't involve products, and we involve products. That's all you have to say. Or when people say, oh, it's a scam, you could say, please tell me, how is it a scam? I would love to know. And I bet you they won't be able to tell you. It's just because they saw it on that freaking viral post, or because someone told them, or they saw it somewhere, and they don't do the research themselves. People are just stupid, y'all, and you got to just blow it off. And I was not like this in the beginning, so I don't expect you to be, but I have so much confidence and passion in what I do that you can walk up to me and you can laugh in my face, and I'll just laugh right back at you and turn around. Like, that's just how I am now.
It comes with time.
I don't get that though now. I think people take me so seriously because I take this business seriously, and the confidence grew over time, and I just never get that. And instead, I get a lot of people that say, I just love watching you. I love your positivity. I love your posts. I love that. I don't get the negativity stuff because they know they can't mess with me. They know they can't hit me. People may be doing that now because they see you're new, and they're trying to hit you. Don't let them knock you down.
Yeah, and they always want to go for the people who are more vulnerable. And you guys, like, being new, you are a little bit, you can be swayed easier. Don't let them sway you. In the beginning, I used to get hit hard with it, but I never, ever, ever. Nobody can hurt me. I was a lot more scared in the beginning. It's like I'm a different person almost. Like, a lot.
You will grow. You will, like, for me in the beginning, I was the person who was like judgmental of everything and everybody, hated the world, complained, and like just was so negative. Like, I was the person that woke up and like just like felt like I was going to have a bad day, so I had a bad day every day. And now my mind is so different. Yeah, you will grow.
If you're shy, the good thing is you can do this on social media, so you don't have to be afraid. You're posting on Facebook and Instagram, so it's super simple. You're not having to like talk to anybody in real life, and that comes with time. In the beginning, you would never catch me talking to anybody in real life.
Somebody said biggest thing I get is those results are so photoshopped. I would say, all right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use the product myself and show you. That's what I had to do.
You'll get out of your shy box. It comes with time.
Yeah.
Really quick, I want to pull in Bethany. Bethany, where are you? Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to find you. Bethany's going to give us some tips on loyal customers, how she signs so many. Hold on. There you are. Bethany, are you here? I don't see you.
She was right here, and then.
Bethany. All right. I'm not going to.
She's on. Hold on. Let me. You guys, can I just say this girl has completely kicked major butt this month. She is a ruby, and now she's boxed for double diamond, which is $6,035 average a month. So that's awesome.
All right, we're going to answer it. But no, she's not. She's like, it's her wall. I don't want to unmute it in case she's yelling at the kids or something. I'll just keep an eye on it, wait for her to come back.
Oh my God, she's going to crack up at that. She's always like, Jackson, be quiet every time.
I know. I'll feel bad if I mute. So when she comes back, I'll just when she's back in the text. But real quick, so
I can't imagine 2 kids must. I'll know soon. 2 kids.
yes, you will. All right. So another question, really quick. I've been asked how and when you would get paid. If you don't have a bank account, yes, there's a prepaid card or direct deposit. Whenever we get paid on the 15th, if you got loyal customers last month, you're going to get paid on the 15th, and they will send you an email to set up your pay. It's either a direct deposit or a card. You can get either one, either whatever you want. Totally up to you.
Can you go over the hundreds list?
Yeah, I'm answering these questions, and then we'll do more at the end because these are things that people ask. If someone signs up as a loyal, but she pays the $50 and doesn't do the auto ship, does it still count towards your shopping spree? Yes, it still counts. Best way to reach people you don't know. You want to start adding new people to your Facebook. There's a whole, and Instagram, there's a whole video on adding. If you go on the team page and hashtag adding, that's going to go into in depth on how to add and things like that. I'm trying to answer all the questions, so I don't have time to like really go in depth, but we have an in-depth training on the page. Just hashtag adding. And you'll get a video on it that goes and teaches you step by step. I already talked about making a new Facebook and what I thought about that, how to advertise without coming off spammy. We went over that. Bonuses. Okay, so we make bonuses 2 ways. So the first way we make bonuses is basically signing up a new team member, helping them to get their first 2 customers. That's going to get you a $100 bonus. Right now, if you sign somebody up through the 7th, or if you sign somebody up last week, it's $200. Once they get their first 2 customers, you get a $100 bonus. Once they get their 4th, you get another $100, and they get a $100 shopping spree on top of that. The second way we get bonuses is promoting. Once you promote, everybody here is eligible for a $10,000 diamond bonus. So if you hit diamond in 3 months, you get a $10,000 bonus, and if you hit it in 6, you get a $5,000 bonus. That's another way. That's called right now they're called Go bonuses. And of course, you get like different leadership bonuses as you rank up. Tips on, okay, we kind of touched on that already. Brittany, go over was that her? Is she coming in a second? Okay, you're unmuted by the way. But you can, how do you start building a relationship with people, Brittany?
So what I do every single month is I do something that I preach. And if you're not doing this yet, get in the habit of it, because I promise you it works. I do the hundreds list, which means I'm adding at least 100 new people to my Facebook. Instagram, I add more than that because it's like boom, boom, boom. I just follow. Instagram or Facebook, I choose who I'm adding. And once they accept my friend request, I go and I look at their page and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get along with this person. Do we have something in common? Do they post a lot? If so, and I like them, I'm going to go ahead and add them to my hundreds list. And this is 100 names of who I want to build a relationship with and get to know. So basically what I start doing, and you're going to need to do this to grow your network if you're doing this online, is I start liking and commenting on their things. And I'm just focusing on making friends because we're in a relationship business. So you do need to get to know people if you want to keep signing customers outside of the first couple people that you're going to sign. When you sign up, usually you sign up and you start, signing the people that you went to high school with or that you work with or that your family and maybe your neighbor. That's who you want to reach out to first, and let everyone know what you're doing, see if they're interested. But after that, you need to start adding people and start practicing this. And I'll go down and I'll like and I'll comment on people's things. And it's just like, think of that one friend that you know online who maybe you like each other's things, but you've never met in person before. It's that kind of relationship, but you know who each other are. You just know each other through Facebook. That's how you want to get with all these people. And that's why you want to have them get to know you. And the best way for people to take interest in you and like your post and comment on your things and watch your live videos and get to know your products is if you're commenting and liking on theirs. So never, ever, ever message anybody right away. Imagine if somebody sent you a friend request and then you accepted it and they sent you a message. What would you do? And that's what I put into people's heads. I'm like, if someone did that to you, would you respond to it? If somebody posted that picture, would you want to look at it? If somebody made a live video about that and talking about that, would you want to watch it? And that's what you need to think of. How would you want to be approached by somebody? And the answer is you want to be approached as if you're somebody, not just somebody you can get. So don't think of this as I'm just doing this to get people. Think of this as I need to make friends and help my friends. And if they're interested, they're going to come to me. And that's really what I do is I try to like and comment on people's things. I have a whole entire like video on my YouTube channel. If you can search it, it's Brittany Cromwell, and it's called the Hundreds List. And it shows you how to make different lists on Facebook. And basically, I like and comment on people's things for a little bit, and I'll go back around through my list and I'll like and comment on their stuff again. And then at that point, they're usually liking, commenting on my stuff. Some people won't. Not everybody is like, hey, let's be friends online. But you will find a lot of people that are interested in getting to know you. And that is how you build more likes and comments on your photos, is when you like and comment on other people's things. And then usually around 2-3 weeks in, I'll send them a message and say, hey girl, I saw that you had a little girl also. How old is your daughter? Something like that. Or if they post something about what is the best, I did this last night because I'm looking on getting a new car. What is the best car you can recommend for, a growing family? And if someone posts that, I'm going to go ahead and message them and just let them know what I think is the best car. Or if they're like, suggestions on healthy recipes, and I've been liking, commenting on their things, I'm going to message them and I'm going to say, hey girl, I know we just became friends on Facebook. I know I didn't get a chance to say hey yet, but I love your photos. Just wanted to send you this recipe I've been making for the last couple of weeks, and it's been amazing. It's been so good. You got to try it. And that's just what I do with people. And think of this, like if somebody messaged you and you've never talked to them before, you're going to remember who that is. But now that you're a distributor, you're going to be messaging so many people that you're just not going to be able to keep up with everybody. You're going to be like, who's this girl again? Because you're just talking to so many people. It's kind of crazy how that happens. But those people remember you, and now they're watching your posts, and Facebook knows you guys are watching each other. You're going to show up more in their timeline. And that's how you just build that connection. After I talk to them, I may say, hey, by the way, if you're ever interested in working from home, or you know anybody who is, I think you'd be awesome at what I do. And I usually send that about a month and a half in, after we've talked at some point. And some people you won't even have to bring that up to, because they will come to you because your posts are really good. And that's the two things that me and Katie say. If you're not getting anywhere in this business, it's either your posts aren't good or what you're saying to people is not good. And that's why we're here to help you. But that's really where the relationship thing comes in, and that's the process I do, is add, like, comment for a while, message, and then I'll ask about products or business after that. It's a process, y'all. But when you do this with enough people, 2 years in the business, I now have 5,000 friends, and I literally know almost every single person. They all know me. My videos get 1,000+ views every single time. I get comments like crazy. Like, that is what you want to build up to. So
all right, so really quick, I do want to touch on this because I did have somebody concerned earlier. Okay, so the tax form, you don't fill that out. It just gets delivered to your eSuite in whenever the tax time is, by the whatever day, whatever month that is, that that stuff comes out. Something really cool is with this business, you can write off so much stuff. And this is so important for you guys to know. We do not, first of all, you will not owe taxes in this business unless you make a certain amount of money. And really, you won't owe a significant amount of taxes until you're making a huge amount of money. So don't feel like, because I know that Gretchen girl, I know we kind of touched on this, but you guys have to hear this. You will not owe in this business if, one, you're organized and keep track of your stuff. Every product you buy, It Works clothes, your computers that you buy, internet, like your Wi-Fi, your phone bill, your iPhone, whatever, your Galaxy, whatever you have, all that stuff is write-offs. The gifts you get for your team, business materials, marketing materials. There's so much stuff, office space. There's a lot. We have a file on the page about what you can write off. And fun fact of the day, so I can shame Gretchen one more time, that every single thing, Zach made, last year I doubled Zach's income. So I made more with It Works than he made at a full-time job. I multiplied it by 2. Zach paid more in taxes than I did, and I made double the amount of money. So this business is amazing for tax purposes. You can write off so much stuff, all your coffee dates, Starbucks, Dunkin', all that stuff, write it off. You go out to eat, write it off.
I got a new MacBook Pro. Write it off.
Write it off. So all that stuff is a write-off. Just keep track of it to get to your accountant. It's amazing what you can do with this business when it comes to tax write-offs.
My Florida trip, wrote it off.
Yep, write it off.
Like,
hotels. Yeah.
It's almost like free though, because you would have had to pay that in taxes at a W-2 regular job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost free.
Guys, and it's literally like the way it works is basically, so say you make $5,000, right? But you bought a laptop, you went to Starbucks, maybe you went out to eat, maybe you I don't know, maybe you bought some products, you pay for your website, all that kind of stuff, your auditorships. Well, I mean, if that added up to $5,000, you didn't make any money. So it's a loss. So every time, you go out with your husband, you guys talk about the business, then you write that off. That's a write-off. So things like that, it's amazing what you can do with it. Just make sure you're keeping track. I keep track. I have like a little file cabinet thing. It's like a plastic thing. I got it from Walmart for like $10. Every month, I just put my receipts in, and then at the end of the month, I write on a piece of paper like what, like each category, like where it's like materials, products, and then like all my meals and stuff. And then that way at the end of the year, I just give it to my accountant. She just does it for me. Yes, the products are a write-off. You need to tell them that you give them as samples or prizes or something. So like, don't say that you use them. Say that they're prizes and giveaways.
Or office supplies.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can write off your mileage too, guys. So that's another good thing. Judy, you have to hit 150 before you get it. So get one more customer and you'll be good. All right. So Bethany, let me find you really quick. Bethany's going to go over products now that she is back. Ready, Bethany? I'm muting you. I can't see your screen right now, but I'm going to unmute you. Ready?
She's good. Okay. She's not yelling at her kids.
Okay, so first off, I am going to just go ahead and apologize because my grammar is really off too. I feel like I've talked so much within the past week that I forgot how to make sentences. So
tell us about yourself. Tell us your brain, how long you've been doing it, why you joined, and stuff like that super quick. Because a lot of people don't know who you are.
Okay, so I'm Bethany Wilson. I just boxed for Double Diamond, which I'm super excited about, and I'm still in shock over. And I'm a mom and wife of two. The reason why I joined this business, well, I had been with a couple other direct sales companies in the past, and none of them worked out for me. And my original reason for joining this business was because at the time, I was staying at home with both my kids and just had Cammie, my youngest. And I knew that I was going to end up having to go back to work. My husband, fortunately, we were blessed with his good job at the time. So we were getting bills paid at that point in time in our life, but we were still struggling. It was a struggle to buy diapers, pull-ups, all that stuff. So, and anything extra was pretty much out of the question. And I'm sitting here like, so what am I going to do at Christmas time or his birthday or whatever? I can't use his own money to buy presents. That would be crazy. And this whole time I'm just like, something's got to give, because I know that we can do better than this. I know that we're worth more than this, and I'm going to have to figure out something. So I actually switched to this company from the company I was with previously. And since like the day or two, my first day or two in, I caught the vision immediately. I realized how different this company was than any of the other ones that I'd ever been with. And I realized that I actually could go somewhere with it. So from then on, it's just been like a constant, I've just been so consistent and just pretty much working my way as far as I possibly could without giving up. So did you want me to talk about products or customers, or what do you want me to cover?
How you get so many customers and the best way to do the combos and stuff. Okay.
All right. So first off, I didn't take notes, so I'm just kind of by this. So I apologize if I can't talk or if I'm I'm so tired. I've had no sleep in the past week. But okay. So first off, getting customers. I know a lot of this Brittany and Katie already kind of touched on, but I'm just going to kind of go through my little cycle basically that I do with everything. So first off, adding people. I'm always adding people. I'm always following people on Instagram, constantly. That does not stop. I actually had problems because I hit like my 5,000 mark or whatever on Facebook. So I've been trying to like figure out who to get off my Facebook so I can keep adding people. And every time I go to take them off, I'm just like, well, I don't know, this person might, so I've been going through that. And then just Instagram, I'm steadily adding people. I've been doing that since pretty much like my first week in the business, and I just haven't stopped. And that has played a huge part in all of the customers that I've acquired over time. The next thing that I've always made sure that I did, and I cannot stress this enough, I tell my team constantly this, like I'm constantly always saying this, is staying consistent. And when I say that, I don't mean, like posting consistently once a week or like posting consistently here and there throughout the week, like once a day or something like that. I mean, Jade Hooper, if you guys don't know who that is, that's one of like my favorite top income earners. It's one of, I think, all of our favorite top income earners, Brittany and Katie as well. But she has this rule that she made up called the 3-3 rule. It's where you post morning, noon, and night, before and after results, and in between business posts, and kind of like in between that, what you're doing throughout the day. So posting about you, taking a picture of you and your kids playing outside, and posting something like, this is my office view, this is so exciting, talking to 3 people about doing my 90-day challenge with the wraps, blah, 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 blah. So basically talking about what you're doing. And so I post these before and after results. I've started going by that, especially in the beginning. I've slacked off at times, but I still got it to where I kept it consistent. But in the beginning, that's all I did. I just posted probably about 6-7 times a day, different before and after results constantly. My first month, I wasn't having much luck with it. So, but I kept hearing, from my upline and from all the other videos I was watching from top earners to just stay consistent. And like I said, I caught the vision pretty early in, and I just, from day one, I went in with an attitude of, I don't know if this is not of, I can't even talk. I knew that I was going to do this. I didn't go in with the attitude of, I don't know if this is going to work out. I went in with the attitude of, I'm going to make this work pretty much. So I'm going to do whatever it takes. So I was just like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm not getting any likes. I'm not getting any comments on anything, but I'm just going to stay consistent, keep posting, keep following people, keep adding people, so on and so forth. And by my second month, you guys, it was like the floodgates open. I had people messaging me left and right off of Instagram, off of Facebook, people I had never talked to before, people I didn't even know were following me. I didn't even know I was following them or friends with them, people who definitely never liked anything of mine, never commented on anything of mine. And they were ready right then and there to sign up for products because they had been watching me over the past month post consistently every single day, all of these before and afters, until they got to that point where their mind was made up. They were like, okay, I want to try this. And even though they didn't, a lot of people also, you guys, and I want to kind of say this because I've heard, a lot of the people on my team getting discouraged by this because they're not getting like instant results or they're not having people comment on their stuff. A lot of people aren't going to just like, if they know that they can't afford it right then and there, they're not going to come and talk to you about it until they can. Some people will. Some people will be like, oh, I really like this, but I can't afford it. But most people, like, I know I would never go to somebody unless I knew right then and there that I had the money in my account, I was getting ready to order something. So another thing with that is, and I just want to kind of go on this before I forget, whenever, you are talking to somebody messages you about a product and they're interested in signing up and they ask how much it is, always, if they tell you that they have to wait until they get paid, just simply say, great. So when do you get paid? And I'll be more than happy to write you down and hold your spot, because that puts that sense of urgency on it without sounding super, super rude. Like, hey, when do you get paid? You know what I mean? So whenever you write that down and hold their spot, that is like you being nice and holding their spot, but it's also you pretty much being like, okay, you're set up for this day. So don't let your customers get away. That's one of the biggest mistakes I made in the beginning with people who weren't ready to sign up right then. They'd be like, oh, okay, I really like it, but I have to wait, until I get paid, or I don't have the money right now. And I'd be like, okay, just let me know. Don't ever do that. Do not ever do that. Don't ever say, just let me know. Let them know that you are running a strict business pretty much, and you don't have time for people to just let you know. So you're going to write them down, and you need to know what day they want to sign up and get started. So going back to what I was saying about posting, posting consistently, at least like in the beginning, you really want to be posting like 5 to 7 times a day, seriously, because the thing is, whenever you're posting, not everybody is going to see your posts if you're just posting once a day or twice a day. Especially if you're just starting out, especially if you're somebody who is used to sharing a lot of stuff. I've been telling my team a lot about this too on the trainings that we've had already. A lot of people share a lot of stuff. I was guilty of it when I first joined this business. And what it does is it messes with, like, Facebook has something called algorithms, and they pick up on things. Like when you share stuff all the time, which is basically like you see a video you like, or you see, a recipe you like, or you see a post that you like, or a picture that you like, and you click share, Facebook is going to make it so that you don't show up as much in people's news feeds. And also, whenever people see your name, they're so used to seeing you share stuff all the time that they're going to think that whenever you make this post, they're going to think it's just something else shared, and they're going to scroll right past it. So as soon as I realized that and I stopped sharing, I stopped sharing everything. I went and cleaned up my page. I realized what I had my hands on, and I realized that I was going to make this work no matter what I had to do. Like, I was determined. So I went and I cleaned up my page. I stopped sharing stuff. Surely enough, people started liking my stuff. I started getting comments on my stuff here and there, a lot more than I had, because I literally had nothing whenever I first started. So that definitely comes into play with that. So if you're somebody that shares a lot of stuff, just remember that, because it really, really will mess with how much people see whenever you post. But you want to be posting consistently morning, noon, and night, because you're going to hit that morning crowd whenever they're waking up, they're getting ready, they're checking their phones, kind of scrolling through. When you post in the middle of the day, it's basically, lunchtime for a lot of people. When you post in the evening or at night, it's when people are getting off work. They're just coming home, they're sitting around, they're relaxing, they're having their downtime. They might be having dinner, maybe after dinner, and they're, again, relaxing or whatever. So they're scrolling through Facebook. Think of all the times that you get on Facebook and you scroll through. So that is what you want to be doing, because you want to be hitting everybody that you possibly can. And another reason that I don't ever really like to post back to back to back the same exact thing is because it tends to overlap each other. And I like to keep my posts, I'm super OCD with this anyway, but I actually really do feel like it helps with the way that people see it in their timeline. So like I said, I'll do a before and after result, and then I'll do a business post, and then I'll do a picture of the kids, or a picture of whatever's in front of me or what I'm doing. It's super simple stuff, like Brittany and Katie were saying, super, super simple. I know a lot of people, they're getting, you guys are new and you're getting into this and you don't really know what to do. A lot of people, like I did, I overcomplicated a lot of it. I'm I don't know what to post. Should I just, and I spent so much time overcomplicating it and typing out all this crazy stuff that I didn't even have to type out. And it's just as simple as sharing. So, what I try to do with posting, as far as getting customers and things like that, is I try to post before and after results. Another way that I post is actually me with the products, holding the products. Like Brittany was saying, when I post before and after results, you want to be careful with wording, because you don't want to type something out that's going to sound like you're trying to sell somebody something. You want to actually type something out that's going to hit home for somebody, that's going to really catch somebody's attention. So instead of typing out, you guys, I have this product here, you can get it for $38, this, that, and other. Don't do that, because that screams that you're trying to sell that to somebody. Instead, just like I think it was Brittany that was talking about this earlier, I'm so excited. Look at Ashley's results. I know that she's bikini ready now, just like she wanted to be. I'm so excited for her, blah, 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 that kind of thing. It shows that that's a real person, and it shows that you're a real person, you're excited for this person, and that this product worked for her. It really catches people's attention. So another thing that I do is I do a lot of live videos. I know that people are scared crapless of this, okay, whenever they first joined. I know I literally almost fainted and died during my first live video. But the more and more you do, once you get past your first one, the easier it becomes and the more natural it becomes to you. And also, once you do your first or second live video, you're going to see the difference in your business. You're going to start to notice you're going to get a lot more people coming to you wanting to know about these products. You're going to notice your business is going to explode pretty much. Okay, so hold on one second. My phone was down here. Okay, so basically, so that's one thing that I do to kind of like grab people's attention, is basically make it super, super personal. So if I'm sharing my own results or something like that, then I'm basically, talking about how it makes me feel, like how Brittany just said. So anybody and everybody who likes any of those posts, any of the product posts, anybody who comments on them, of course, I immediately go as soon as I possibly can and I message them about it. So if they say that they're interested, if they comment on it and say that they're interested, I'll go to them and I'll be like, hey, for example, if it's the wraps that they're commenting on, I'll go to them and I will say, oh my gosh, the wraps are absolutely amazing. I would absolutely love to help you. Maybe not just like that, but something along the lines of that. Also, I use voice messenger a lot because people can tell the excitement in your voice. And if you're excited, they're going to be excited. So you don't want to just go and talk to them and be like you're unsure, because then they're going to be unsure. You don't want to act like, you don't know what you're doing, because they're going to be really iffy about it. So just stay super, super excited, because you have every reason in the world to be excited about these products. They work and they change people's lives, and they're absolutely amazing. And you guys are literally sitting on a gold mine with them. I can honestly say that is the craziest thing, how well they work for people. So, they'll message back. They'll be like, well, awesome. How much is it? So what I'll say next is I'll say it just like this. I'll say, so I have something called my 90-day challenge, which is what everyone does. It's where you try one product a month for 3 months. And in return, you will receive my personal 40% off discount. It's short. It's sweet. It answers their question. Let's back up to the part where I said, I have something called my 90-day challenge, which is what everyone does. Whenever you say that, people, like something with people's brains, they're just going to hear that part and they're going to automatically pretty much be in for it, because they're hearing you say it's what everyone does. Honestly, it is. I can truly say I've never had anybody just sign up or just buy one product. They've always signed up for the 90-day challenge, whether it was paying the $50 membership or whether it was doing the one thing a month for 3 months. And I've only had one person do the $50 membership, and it's because she was a Marine and going to Afghanistan. So, when you're saying that, you're being honest about it, but it's also letting them know that that's just pretty much what it is. Very rarely have I ever had anybody ask me if they can even just like buy the product by itself. But if they do say that, I'll always say, yeah, absolutely, but it would be full retail price, so you wouldn't get the discount, unfortunately. So right then and there, they'll pretty much be like, okay, well, that's what I want to do. Usually. Sometimes they don't write you back. Another thing that I do is I write down every single person that I message about products. So that way I'll know that if they don't message me back, or if they do say that they're interested, but they have to wait until their payday, or, they don't have the money right now. Again, if they do say that they have to wait until they get paid, or that they don't have the money right now, I will say, okay, great. So when do you get paid? And I'll be more than happy to write you down and save you a spot. Or if they say that they don't have the money right now, I'll say, okay, so when do you think you'll be able to get it together? And I'll be more than happy to hold your spot. And I'll write them down for whatever day they say. And then either that day or the day before, I'll basically go and I'll follow up with them. And I'll message them and say, I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait for you to get your products. And they'll probably be like, yeah, me too. Or at that point in time, they'll tell me if like something came up and they can't do it. So obviously, definitely following up with people is key. The fortune is in the follow-up, that's for sure. A lot of the times people are not, and I'm going to say this really quick because a lot of people get discouraged whenever they talk to somebody and they don't sign up right then and there. The fortune is in the follow-up. 9 times out of 10, well, I won't say 9 times out of 10, maybe like 7 or 8 times out of 10, people aren't going to follow up right then, they aren't going to sign up right then and there. So you want to make sure that you are following up with people, even people that don't necessarily like write back. And the way that I follow up with people, and I've tried literally all the wrong ways until I finally came up with a way that worked. Sometimes you got to do that, but hopefully you guys won't have to. So what I say is I'll message them and I'll be like, hey, or I'll be like, hey, love, or hey, whatever their name is, I have 1 spot left for my 90-day challenge with whatever product we had discussed. Would you like it? It's short, sweet, simple. It just gives that vibe like I'm on a roll, like I'm just messaging people. I got this 1 spot left, who would like it kind of thing. And normally they will say yes, because a lot of the times if they don't message you back, if they're one of those people that just kind of leave you hanging, something came up or they completely forgot. People get busy. So don't take it personally whenever they say they don't have the money right then, or they don't answer you back at all. So that's pretty much it with how I get customers. Really, really and truthfully, it's all about my posting. It's all about my adding people. just staying consistent and staying super positive, super excited. I'm always, always, always excited. Even when I'm in the worst mood ever, that nobody can tell whenever I'm on social media. I stay super excited. You know, when I'm voice messaging people about a product or something like that, if I just got done, you know, yelling at Jackson for something, I collect myself really fast. I get on that voice messenger and I'm like super pumped up, like ready to get them started right then and there. Another thing that I've really started doing with a lot of customers as well, definitely distributors, but with a lot of customers also, I post a lot, especially here within the summertime. I'm posting a lot about my detox challenges and my weight loss challenges and all that stuff. So if people are interested, you know, and I'll write it and just post, or I'll write it out like that with a before and after result picture. So if people are interested in it, you know, I'll message them. I'll be like, I'll be more than happy to help you. I always ask if it's just like for, you know, not for a specific product, but if it's just for things in general, or even sometimes with a specific product, if it's for weight loss or detox or something along the lines of that, I'll ask them, you know, or I'll say, I'll be more than happy to help you with your health and wellness goals. I'd absolutely love that, whatever. Or I'll ask them what their health and wellness goals are. And usually I'll say, I'd love to give you a call. And whenever you get somebody on the phone, that is so personal. So much stuff has turned into just like over social media, just messaging, you know, things like that, texting. Nobody really has that interaction going on anymore. So whenever you are voice messaging or you get them on the phone, that's that personal interaction. And that's like sealing the deal pretty much for me whenever I get them on the phone or I'm voice messaging them or whatever, because we're actually talking back and forth, communicating. And I know that they're feeling my excitement and we're making that strong connection. So what else did you guys want me to go over? I know I kind of went around, but it all connected, I promise.
I think that's pretty much, you went over loyal customers, your combos. That was pretty much it. I know a lot of people were just struggling with finding loyal customers, like how to like get them and posting and things like that. So that was like the main thing. I think that's what we're really focusing on this month, you guys, is just getting some new customers in, getting your first 4 so you guys can get that shopping spree. That shopping spree meant everything to me when I first started. And I know Brittany too, because we got to use some stuff for free. So who doesn't like free? And you can buy a shirt too with that. And I encourage you guys, actually what a lot of my new people are doing is getting greens, the greens and the hair, skin, and nails, and then getting a shirt. So that's a really great, those are 2 great products to try, and the chocolate greens are literally life. So I know that if some people, like, you might think that sounds gross at first, but they don't taste gross. They're so good. And Cammy's like obsessed, so you guys need to try those. Those are so good. Let me see if anybody said, can you post? Yeah, I'll post the ranks on the live page. Challenge. They can do as many products a month as they want with the 90-day challenge. They can start with 6 and then go down to 1 the next month. It doesn't matter as long as it's 1 thing a month. Explain. Yeah, Bethany, can you explain the 90-day challenge?
Yes. Okay. So the 90-day challenge is basically where they sign up to try 1 product a month for 3 months, and in return, they will receive your 40% off discount. So it's great for them, because they get your 40% off discount, and it's great for you because you automatically have a customer for at least 3 months. So basically the way that works is, like I said, they just try 1 product a month for 3 months. Most people do it that way because they get that discount. So, you know, there's also, do you want me to talk about like the membership thing too? The $50 membership?
You can. They just basically know that nobody does that. It's honestly, I don't let my customers do that because it's stupid, because you can buy a product for cheaper than $50.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think my mom asked a question. Yes, they can try more than 1 product during their 90-day challenge and still receive the discount. So it just needs to be at least 1 product for each of those months. They can try as many products as they possibly want. But another awesome thing about the 90-day challenge is that once they finish their 3 months, if they continue to keep ordering, or even if they wanted to stop their auto shipment and come back to ordering, they'll receive that discount for life. And after the 3 months, they'll also receive free shipping. And then with each order that they place, they'll acquire loyal points, which are basically like dollars that they can use towards more products. So that's another pretty cool thing about that. And then, oh no, go ahead.
How do you sell systems?
Okay, systems. Okay, so basically again, back to like my weight loss challenges and my, my detox challenges and things like that. A huge way that I sell the systems, or at least here lately, has been posting results of the system. So before and after results. And the ways that I post them, you guys, I basically talk about, oh my gosh, look at this difference within just this amount of time. That's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And the first way I started doing it, I actually saw something similar that one of the top earners were doing, and I just kind of changed around into my own words and like made my own thing with it. But it was basically, they were running an end of the month special, which was a super smart idea. And I'm like, why did I not think of that? So for the system, whenever you, when they sign up to be your loyal customer, they get that 40% off, which actually makes the system like $100 off, right? So whenever you post that, you can just be creative with it. Again, you guys, this is your business. So when you're posting, be creative with it. You know, they basically said something like, you know, $100 off, month-end special, the system, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of changed that around and basically posted that in my post, and just talked about how awesome her results were. And it was also a system, I think it was a picture of the system with like her picture and then like a weight, like a scale. And then it was like a 3-week difference or something like that. So I think what really made that post the most popular was whenever they saw this scale and saw that it was only 3 weeks apart, and then saw her body, and it just stood out to people for some reason. So I had like so many comments on that, and then you know, likes and stuff like that. So everybody that commented that they're interested, at the end of it, I was like, you know, drop an emoji below, or message me ASAP to claim a spot for this. I only have 10 spots available or something like that. And there's a lot of people commenting. So of course I went and I messaged all those people right then. I, you know, kind of talked to them for a minute about their health and wellness goals, and I explained to them what all was in the system. So in case you guys don't know what's in the system, it's our cleanse, it's our wraps, it's our ThermoFit, and it's our greens. And then they get a free blender bottle. So when I explained to them what all like was in it and how great it was and everything else, I explained to them the products are awesome whenever you use them by themselves, but whenever you use them all together, they're like the ultimate combustion. So you want fast, extreme results, and this is the way to go. I absolutely love this system because I love all the products in it. You know, you have the cleanse, which goes through and it cleans out all the pounds of waste that's being stored in your gut pretty much, which can be causing all kinds of other issues. And that basically wipes the slate clean. And then you have the ThermoFit, which increases your metabolism and helps burn carbs and gives you a ton of energy. I know like one of my girls on my team, I don't know if she's on here or not, but she lost like 3 pant sizes within her first month and a half on it. I mean, it was absolutely insane. So I also tell people about that. And then with the greens, they're amazing for you. They also help detox, or they also detox and alkalize your body. So whenever you're using these other products and you're drinking your greens every single day, they're going to help maximize those results. And then you have the wraps, which tone, tighten, and firm. So it's just the ultimate combustion for anybody wanting to cleanse, you know, detox. Most of the time, the people that I talk to who are on a weight loss journey, they're also wanting to detox and just like get everything gone pretty much. So I give them basically that option first. Like, of course, if it's a post that they're responding to that's for the system, that's what we're talking about already. But if it's just somebody who responds to one of my posts about like who wants to lose, you know, this amount of weight within this amount of time, or I'm opening up 5 spots for my detox and weight loss challenge, 90-day challenge, you know, comment below or whatever. If we're just talking like that and they don't really know what I'm talking about, I always recommend the system first, and I tell them why. I tell them everything in it. And just like I just said, you know, you can use the products separately or together, but when you use them together, that's like the maximum results. And right there, they want the maximum results. But then when I also tell them that they're going to save $100, and I tell them how much it usually is, and then I tell them how much they get it for the loyal customer price, they're like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing deal. Like, I'm going to find the money and I'm going to get that. So that's the kind of response I've always gotten with it. And again, just make sure that you're super, super, super excited and pumped, and make sure that you're constantly telling them. Another thing I meant to say a little while ago, I don't want to leave this out really quick, is that whenever people are in the process of signing up for a product, or, you know, they're in the process of coming up with the money for it, I just tell them like how excited I am for them, because I genuinely am excited for them. I cannot wait to hear about how the product's going to work for them. I can't wait to see their results if they choose to send me their before and after pictures, or even just tell me about their results or whatever. And whenever I let somebody know that, I feel like they also feel more comfortable and confident, getting the product. Because when people are trying this stuff out, it's normally people who, I say normally because I feel like I hear this all the time. It's people who have spent so much money on other weight loss products, detox products, cleanse products, all this other stuff, and nothing has worked for them. So whenever they try our products and use our products, and then, you phone call, oh my gosh, it actually worked, I lost all this weight. It's super, super humbling. But it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. So
yes, and I love that, how you said, give them what they want. They want weight loss. If they ask you what's the best thing for weight loss, always lead with the system, because that is the best thing for weight loss. You have your cleanse to, clean out your body, ThermoFit to make you eat less, feel fuller, and give you energy, burn more calories. And then you have your greens to detox and alkalize your body. And then you're wrapping. And when you're wrapping, it's instant results. So that together is the best thing. But I love all the tips you gave, and they were so good. Thank you so much for talking tonight.
you're welcome.
And I'm so happy you were able to do that for us. And I think we're just going to wrap it up now, because since we know you guys have been on a while. But we're going to take these last couple minutes for anybody who wants to unmute themselves and ask any questions, to go ahead and do that. I don't think they can unmute themselves, actually. Katie, are you on here still?
Yeah, I'll make it so they can unmute themselves. Hold on one second.
Somebody asked, do you get the $100 shopping spree with just 4 loyals, or do you have to have the 150 volume? I think you have to have the 150 volume.
Yeah, it's 150. Hold on one second. It's going to mute you.
And that's the same thing as being commission qualified, you guys. Every single month at the end.
Hold on, Brittany. In order for me to let them unmute themselves, it had to mute you. Hold on. Go.
At the end of the month, you got to make sure your volume's at least 150, okay? Just keep that in mind. So you have all month to do that. You can track that through the app. Super simple. Okay, so whoever wants to unmute themselves, go ahead. You don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. Even Candace, if they have their auto shipment on, then I think it should be okay.
No,
but
if
you
they're auto
still need to get to 150 by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Unless they purchase the auto shipment. Michelle, $150. I say roughly. That's what I usually say, but really it's 150 volume. And volume, you guys, if you don't know, you can look at what each product has. What each product has a certain number attached to it. It's like a point system. Think of it that way. That's what volume is. It's either the same price of the product or it's very similar. So like Fat Fighters is $25 as a loyal customer. The volume's $25. But then the wraps are $59. The volume's $54. So it's very similar, if not the same. And then you have some products that are crappy volume and are expensive. Very few. But like our what is one? I'm trying to think. Help me out.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Expensive but crappy volume. Oh, the Essential Oil 4-pack. It's like $60 or something, but the volume's like 40.
The Profit sucks too. And the good products for volume, best volume to the dollar is the Cleanse is $36, 36 volume. Probiotics is $31.31. Greens is $33.30. Hair Skin Nails is $33.30. The wraps are $59.54.
So it's roughly around $150 in sales, but really just look at the app. If you look at your app, the one with the black background, that's like your dashboard. It tells you and shows you each time you sign a customer, and it also will tell you what your volume is right there. It refreshes every month. So if you signed customers last month, don't freak out if it says 0 right now. Mine says 0 too. And it shows you either run your auto shipment for 80 BV or you have 150 in customer sales that month. So if you sign customers in June, when their second order goes through in July, that's when that number will appear on your dashboard, is when it's purchased. So every month we start back out at 0 because that's how we get paid. And like I said, guys, volume is just a point system. It's how we basically keep up with how much we're selling, not necessarily the dollar amount. So it's just a number attached to the price of the product. What items are automatically set up for auto shipment when we sign up? Everybody signs up with 2 boxes of wraps. You keep that on until you get your first couple customers, and then you can turn it off before the 30th day. And yeah, gear is not volume, so shirts are not volume. There's certain things that are not volume, but it will tell you. BV is bonus volume, same thing as volume. BV is personal volume, which means my customers, it's my personal customers. And GV is group volume, so that's everybody, including mine. It's volume.
No, ADV does not have to be wraps. You can get whatever products you want. We have like 50, so if you guys need suggestions on what to order, like if you're looking to try stuff, you can always ask in the page or ask Brittany or me. We could help you pick some stuff.
All right, we're going to give it 2 minutes, and then if we don't get any more questions, I'm ending this because I'm so thirsty. I really want some watermelon. As you take a sip of your water, thanks.
Hydrate. You're welcome.
What about the pack that's $2.79 or whatever? How does that count for? If you look in your eSuite, log on to your back office, and then you can go to orders, and behind the scenes, not on the website, but behind the scenes in your back office, it'll show you the volume next to all the packs. When we start writing down people on the hundreds list, what do we do after that with the people we wrote down? So watch my video on my YouTube channel. I'll go over it super quick. But what I do is I usually do 25 to 50 people a day. I'll spend like 30 minutes with no interruptions while I'm like watching TV or in bed. And I'll go to each person's name and I'll like 2 things, comment on 1. Like 2 things, comment on 1. And then the next night, I'll do the next 25 people. Next night, I'll do the next 25. Next night, the next 25. And then on the next day, I'm back at numbers 1 through 25. And then now I'm commenting more, and I'll build my comments up. And comments go further, you guys. If you guys have a second, I want you to go follow this guy. His name's Johnny Jumpman. And you can watch his live videos. He makes live videos on how to basically get the most feedback on Facebook, get the most likes and interactions on your posts. And like if you are just starting this business, like this stuff is like golden. Like it's awesome.
Let me add really quick too. He's like super to the point and X-rated. So just know, like, sometimes he does say the F word and sometimes he's direct, but he has a lot of good info. So like if you're kind of like not like that, just be aware that he's loud and proud and X-rated. So don't let it scare you when you get on. You have to turn your volume down. Yes, it counts when you buy something. It counts for personal volume. I think you do get paid on what you order, right, Brittany?
I've never been able to figure that out, and I just never looked into it.
I'm pretty sure you would because it's under your personal volume. What Wired app? There's only one Wired app. Talk about charting. Should I put loyals under one distributor to help get their 4? If you already have 4, yes. Start helping your new people get 4.
Yeah, and then you can sign up customers and move them under your distributors just to get your fast start bonus.
Make sure you you have to like let your upline know ASAP on that you got a customer, you're looking to move it. They will help you move it, but you have to let them know like the second you sign them up because you have a limited time.
24 hours, guys.
Yeah. If they want to change their items next month, how do you change their auto ship, this is super cool. So when you get a new loyal, make sure they log in, and there's a spot where it says my like distributor access. Click that, and then tell them to give you access to your auto ship, so you can go in your eSuite and just change their stuff for them on your account. So you don't have to log into their account or anything like that. Yes, you do make commissions off of your distributor's auto ships. That is volume. Johnny Jumpman is funny. His name is Johnny Jumpman, like Drake's song, Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. Them boys up to something. How many Blitz cards do you get? I want to say it's like maybe
25, 20, 25.
25, something like that. And if
So do not leave them all over town.
No. Guys, honestly, I keep one on my bag, and I get people's phone number. I don't really hand them out. I'm like, all right, here it is. This is what it does. It's mine. Don't take it. And I just keep it on my bag. I show up.
I hand them out to cashiers, and it works.
You give them to cashiers? Well, I give them to my waitresses, actually. I leave it in the book. Like, I'll tell them about it, and then I'll leave it in the book. But I don't, like, if I'm, like, talking to somebody most of the time, I just add them on Facebook.
What I do is I write my Facebook on it because I want them to follow me on Facebook. And one time when I was eating at Olive Garden, I thought this woman was just like so sweet. I pulled her aside after and I said, I just want to thank you for like taking care of us tonight. And I just love your personality. And if you're ever looking for a side income around what you do, I think you would be such a good fit like at what I do. So contact me if you're interested. So like she could be creepy on my Facebook. You just never know. That's what I do. That's just how I do it.
Your kit will get there. It usually takes a week, but with the promo, I would expect it to take a little bit longer. And
don't wait for your kit, guys. Do not wait for your kit to get started. Dive in.
And you'll get a tracking number too. As soon as it ships out. You can get more on your eSuite. Just go to orders, and then it'll say marketing materials, and you should be able to buy it there. They look like this. I have one right here. And then you can put I get stickers. These ones are brand new, but I get Staples. I go to Staples to get stickers and I put them on. I don't think I have any right here. I have them in my bag, but they have like my name and my number, and then I think my Instagram and my Facebook.
No, you don't have to wait for your kit. You guys can order whatever you want right now. You just log on eSuite and go to orders, or you can set up your auto shipment. If you place an order and it's like 80 BV in orders, that doesn't count as your auto shipment. If you want to run an 80 BV auto shipment to ensure you get commission qualified, purchase it under the auto shipment tab. There's a difference.
And guys, just a tip, because I honestly think this is huge, and this is why I just run me and Zach's, because you need to make sure that you're commission qualified. And I never ever just let it say 150, because if somebody were to, let's say, return a product before and you just accidentally missed it or something like that, you will not be commission qualified anymore, which means you miss a paycheck. So it's really important to run that. And I heard that on one of the ambassador Zooms, and once I heard that, I literally never did it again, because it's not worth me missing a paycheck. So I always run it, and I'm always using the product, so people always know I'm pretty legit. And like I said, you don't have to run the whole thing if you can't afford it, but literally do it as soon as you can. Rank up so you can. How much commission do we make off? Okay, compensation. We're going to go into a little compensation real quick. So compensation plan is sort of complicated. So basically, everything that all of your PBV is 15%. Your GV is where it gets complicated. So your personally enrolled distributors, it's 15%. Once their customers is level 2, so it's 10%. And then those people, like those next line distributors, is 10%, and then it goes down to like I think 7, and then 5, and then 2. And then as you rank up, it goes up more. So it'll break that down for you when you get paid. It'll tell you how much you make off of every level, but it gets pretty complicated. It's like almost impossible for you to calculate by yourself. So when you get paid, you can see the breakdown in like your commissions tab, and we'll be able to see what we are getting paid on the 7th or the 8th, and then it officially pays out either the 15th or a day or two before. Usually he tries to pay us if it falls on a Saturday, he tries to pay us on a Friday, so it'll get like deposited before the weekend. And whoever iPhone is, you can just ask basically to move Loyals. It's just go to reports, personally enrolled. The little person should be green, like the little tab. Go all the way to the right. It's a little mail icon. Click the mail icon, select the drop down, select move, and then move it under the distributor you want it to be moved under.
Do you think she's going to remember that? Just message your upline.
Yeah, message your upline. Yeah. Once you do it once, you'll know.
I had somebody ask me about the wraps, stating that they could cause issues with the skin and a rash. What do you do if there's an issue like that, if they have a really bad reaction to it?
I honestly have never had that happen. The only time that that would happen is if they have like allergic reaction, and they should know if they're allergic to something. And if they by chance have no idea that they're allergic to something and they put the wrap on and they have a rash, they should know within a couple minutes of it being on, and they just remove it immediately and hop in the shower. Just rinse it off. It's just a lotion. So, and like kind of like if you were to try like a Bath and Body Works lotion, you put it on and then it burns, you just want to wipe it off. Like get in the shower, soap, and it'll come right off. Does that make sense?
On one of the training videos, you said that there was a website that you could go to, the It Works Coach or something.
Product Coach. Product Coach. I just Google it, My It Works Product Coach, and it comes up. You can type in questions. The little like bar, sometimes you have to dumb it down. Like I just type in gluten-free, and then it'll ask questions. Like don't type out a detailed question, just get to the point. Like gluten-free or vegan or caffeine or whatever it is. Enter a keyword, and it'll bring up like a whole bunch of questions for you.
Okay.
And also if someone's allergic, you can just type in like shellfish, and then it'll bring up what products have shellfish.
Yeah, that too. It's
I get that one a lot.
A lot of people too, guys, like and if somebody tells me they're allergic to something, I always send them ingredients too, just in case I by chance miss it. It's their fault. So like I'd send it to them, like you read it, tell me, because somebody one time was allergic to vitamin E, and I didn't even know that was like a thing, and so she can't use their apps because she's allergic. I don't know what that was.
Sorry.
That's all right. Oh, I didn't know that was you. But yeah, so if you have somebody allergic to something random, just send them the ingredients, like screenshot it so it's on them if they missed it.
The last question that I had, is there any products that are not safe for a mother who's nursing to take?
Yeah. Pretty much they can use the skincare. They can use, most of the time, hair, skin, and nails is cool. The greens are cool. The only time I would not recommend the hair, skin, nails is they have something weird with their iron, because hair, skin, nails has a good amount of iron.
Sorry. I did not know that had volume.
That's okay. So the hair, skin, and nails usually is okay. But Vital Core is okay. The only thing you don't want to take, really, you don't want to wrap. It all comes down to personal preference, because some people's doctors are cool with them wrapping. Some people's doctors are cool with the cleanse. Me personally, I would not cleanse while I was breastfeeding. I would probably wrap, because it's more of like that targeted area kind of a thing. But for the most part, you have to recommend the doctor for wraps, cleanse. Definitely no ThermoFit, no fat fighters, because that can dry up the milk. But the rest of it is, and no New You, because that has HGH in it. So that's something for like building muscle. You don't want to take that while you're breastfeeding. But the rest of the stuff, all the multivitamins, the It's Vitals, all of those are cool. Let me think. All the skincare is cool. Defining gel should be cool. The essential oils, and no, like I wouldn't do energy drinks either if I was breastfeeding. So, but the rest of it, it's kind of personal preference, but everybody's doctor's different. If the baby has any issues, that's another thing you have to consider. But this is a key thing. I say some clients have been approved to use like hair, skin, and nails. If you'd like to double check with your doctor, I could just send you the ingredients. You can fax it over. And usually they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to get it anyways. And then they'll order it. But just covering your butt, just say you can port it. And then it's a personal decision. Brittany, can you explain wrap rewards really quick?
Yeah. So basically every 2 loyal customers that you sign, Whoa, why did my picture just look like that? Every two loyal customers that you sign, you get a wrap reward. So instead of buying a box for $59, we get to get it for $25 with free shipping. So after tax and shipping, it comes to $27. And then you can sell each wrap for $25. So you're making a $75 cash profit every time. Where are we? Oh, that's it. Okay.
So I just got a question. The cleanse will a cleanse will make all the bad stuff get removed, and it leaves through the breast milk, if that makes sense. Yeah, it can go through your breast milk. That's kind of why you don't want to cleanse while you're breastfeeding. And the ThermoFit, it has like peppers. And our stuff is all natural, guys, but it's kind of like herbs and stuff. Sometimes they don't, like, they do different things. Like, you know how like chamomile tea and stuff like that, that's an herb. It makes you have more milk. This stuff, or it makes you sleepy or whatever it does. Some of ours, like the peppers and stuff, can dry up your milk. So you don't want to take stuff that dries it up if you're breastfeeding. Do you sell one wrap or the whole box? The box online, the individuals in person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we can't sell one wrap through our website. Somebody asked, how do I apply wrap rewards to orders? So you go to orders in your eSuite, and then you're going to go to applicator rewards on the left. And what's cool is you can choose between a facial or wraps. You get the option.
And try them both eventually once you have them, because the facials are literally amazing. They hydrate. This is weird, but it hydrates my face so much. I have really dry skin, so it makes my face feel really good.
And if your wrap reward never shows up after you sign your first 2 customers, you guys have the option to put a ticket in. It's a feature that you get for paying your website. You can go to eSuite, and then on support on the last tab, you can just go ahead and let them know that you signed these 2 customers. These are their loyal customer ID numbers, and that your wrap reward isn't showing, because that's been happening a little bit lately, and I'm not sure why, but they will fix that for you.
So I had a question from one of my potential LCs. She just had a C-section, and she wanted to know like how to get her scar to go away before she starts wrapping. Do you guys like suggest like the
how did she how long ago did she have this baby?
Probably like within the last month. I mean, it's really recent.
So I don't know about that. So she's asking you, how can she get the scar to go away first?
Yeah, because like she
or
doesn't
how, like, healing. Is she asking healing questions, or?
Yeah, like she just doesn't want the scar to be that noticeable. Like I think she just wants to heal it first, and then she wants.
Okay, perfect. So the wraps will actually help with that. They help lighten stretch marks as well.
Okay, cool.
So you can let her know that.
But then my upline also said the defining gel, so I wasn't sure like one of them was better or if they can be used together.
I would definitely stick to stretch mark cream first.
Okay, I guess her computer died. Basically what she was probably saying is that the stretch mark cream, it's great for, it does help get rid of like stretch marks and things like that. Make sure her scar is healed, like it's completely shut. Like no more blood, no more stitches. It's like a sealed wound. After it's sealed completely, it should be okay to just apply the wrap. But using like the stretch mark cream, that helps with scarring, but the defining gel basically enhances the results. It's really good for tightening it up. I would start, like she said, with the stretch mark cream and the wraps. And then if she needs a little bit more, go ahead and start implementing you can mix the defining gel and the stretch mark cream like in your hand and like put it on the thing together. And that should really help. But as long as make sure it is closed 100% before she starts.
Awesome, thanks.
You are welcome. Hold on. One of my girls got 2 loyal customers. It isn't showing up. My upline said she did on her end. She can see it, but okay. You can message me personally. I don't know who Ivan is, but you can message me and I can help you figure that out.
Okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
I know that I've seen a few of you guys say that you've wrapped somebody in a Starbucks or at a grocery store. I've never wrapped anybody, so is it pretty self-explanatory? Because I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to like waste a wrap either.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of freaking out about that.
it's super simple. Basically, you open up the package, just like, and I don't really have one. Comes in a pack like this, or actually the new black packs are a little bit different. I don't know where mine are at right now. You just open it up, take the wrap out. It literally like is this huge cloth, but it comes in, it's like folded up into a little square. You have to unfold the square. You'll know when it's all the way unfolded. Just be very careful. There's like lotion everywhere. So just like unfold it all the way. I think it's probably like five folds or so, and it's huge. It literally like looks like an shaped like an abdomen with two wings. So you just literally open it up, slap it on, and then like wrap them with like either Fab Wrap or Saran Wrap. Either way it works. It just holds it in place. And then just tell them to drink water, no alcohol, no fried foods or anything like that while wrapping. But yeah, it's really easy. But if you get one, as soon as you get your kit, wrap yourself first so you already have some experience, and then wrap them.
Okay.
In person, you can sell them for $25. And guys, huge thing, don't ever discount your wraps. They're not something that is like, these used to be sold in salons for over $300. So it's for one. So $25 is literally a deal. And I don't want you guys, don't ever feel like you have to discount them. They're $25 a piece. If somebody wants a box at retail, it's $100. Keep it consistent across the board. That's why we sell our stuff for the prices they are, because they are worth it. And, like, what is it? Like lipo and, all that kind of crazy surgery is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and our wraps can easily do provide similar results with enough wraps. You just have to be consistent with it, but think about how much money you save on a tummy tuck if you wrap instead of doing a tummy tuck. So keep that in mind. Any more questions? All right, I'm gonna give you guys like one more second. Just unmute yourself and ask. Okay, so I am going to hop off of this. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and let us know. Like I said, we have a party coming up on Wednesday, and I hope this helped you guys a lot. I try to do a few, and I know we have a lot of new people, so I try to do as much as we can. We're going to be doing more power hours this week. If you guys need or want to hop on there, I'll probably do one tomorrow's Monday. I'll do one tomorrow, probably even Tuesday too, and so I can help you guys kind of like get used to like the work, I guess. And it's like a lot of stuff done in 1 hour. Parties are something we do online. It's on Facebook. We have an event. Brittany's going to create the event. And basically what happens is we go live and talk about the product, we talk about the business, and then close it out. But that's an easy way for newbies to get people in there without having to like officially like go in front of a lot of people or because it's kind of nerve-wracking at first. It's a great way for you to get people to see the products, what they do. We do demonstrations, things like that. It gets people interested and basically like excited, and then they order the products at that point. You can sleep in the wraps. I don't recommend it. I hate sleeping in the wraps because it makes me sweat, and you do not want to sweat while you're wrapping. Like it's like my husband can sleep in them. I cannot do it. It makes me sweat so much. So I just do it like 1 to 2 hours. Not even really 2. It's usually like 1, and then I just take it off. There hasn't been like any proven results, like better results if you leave it on longer. So just don't shower right after you wrap. You can do a wrap party. In your kit, you're going to get a party pad. It looks like this. Hold on. I'm under my charger. It looks like this, and basically you could just like read right off of it. Like it shows you what to talk about, like the company timeline, wraps, defining gel, greens, blah, blah, packs. It just goes through it all. It's super simple. And these are new, so they're super cool. At least have something much different. I answered all that. Okay. All right. No more questions? You guys know where to find me. Did this help you guys? Is this helpful? Yeah? Okay. All right, cool. So we recorded it for anybody whose team couldn't make it tonight, but just go ahead and let us know if you have any more questions. I'm super excited for you guys, and I will see you guys soon.